Hi, I'm Holly Lee from rockingthecloth.com, and today I just kind of wanted to talk to you a little bit about Mighty Nest and show you what that was all about. Now, Mighty Nest is a monthly subscription box for eco-friendly and green home products and also like skincare and body products as well. You fill out a profile on the website to help them know kind of what sorts of things you're interested in and what you'd like to receive. So for a long time, I had my profile set not to receive like skincare or body care items just because I felt like I already had a lot of those and I didn't want to try any new ones for a while. But I wanted home items because I'm trying to get my house a little more green and eco-friendly, and I wanted to try out some new products at a reasonable cost so that I could know what I'd like and what I wouldn't like to invest in more further later. So that was kind of my motivation for joining Mighty Nest. I joined on my own and I used my own money to do this. So I have a few of my monthly fixes here that I could show you. The very first monthly fix I got were dryer balls. I got 3 dryer balls and I already had a few as well. So now I have a lot, but that's actually a good thing because I feel like these work better when you have several of them. 3 is okay, especially for smaller loads, but if you do bigger loads of laundry, you might need more than 3. So this was my first fix. After that, I don't remember the order necessarily of how I got things, but one thing I got was a stasher bag. And it's a silicone food storage bag, like a reusable Ziploc, basically, made out of silicone. And then it has kind of the zipper thing at the top, and it stays closed very well. But the tab, you have like a tab here so that it's also easy to open, especially for kids. And I've tried several different brands of silicone sandwich bag and stuff by this point, and I will say Stasher is the best, and this is the brand that Mighty Nest carries. So it's the only brand I'm getting going forward. I've tried several others, and these they hold up the best. They have no plastic on them whatsoever. So I'm a huge Stasher fan, and I'm excited that this is a product that Mighty Nest sends out. Another well-loved item I got from my Mighty Fix are beeswax wraps. Now these are the Bees Wrap brand, and they're very cute. And what these are, it's a piece of cloth that gets soaked in beeswax and like a little bit of oil of some kind, that now you can actually use it instead of saran wrap. And one thing I found, I actually didn't like them at first because I couldn't get them to stick, but I found you kind of got to break them in a little bit. After you've used them a few times, they're actually pretty easy to wrap around food and get them to stick. You just fold it over, basically. And then what you do is you just kind of have to use your hand to hold it for a few seconds because the heat from your hand will help the wax kind of stick to itself a little bit better. So I just hold it for a few seconds and then we're good to go. It's all set. Like I said, it did have to kind of break in a little bit for it to stick really well. I found that the first few times I tried, I was having a hard time getting it to stick. But anyway, I got 3 different sizes. So I got a large one, I got a medium, and then I also have a smaller one as well. So these have been a well-loved item. And then I've also got produce bags, mesh produce bags. And every time I go to the grocery store, I'm trying to get all this fresh produce because it's so healthy for us. And I always feel guilty, every time I have to grab a little plastic bag to put 1 onion in or something like that. And as much as I can, I just haven't even been using bags for produce, but sometimes that's just not feasible. If I'm going to get 7 limes, I'm not going to, they need to be in a bag. So these are super helpful. They're extremely lightweight, and they're mesh, so they've got some of that airflow too. And I have several different sizes of these. I've got 2 bigger ones. Actually, no, they're not different sizes. I lied. They're the same. They're all the same. But I've got 4 of them in one package. So that's really nice. Again, a nice quality brand. And that's just something that I've gotten more subscriptions than just these items. These are just kind of some of my favorites. Um, and one thing I love about Mighty Nest is that they don't send you some cheap knockoff brand that's good enough, for the $11 subscription price per month. They send you like the top leading brands for these products. So you know that they're the popular brands that everyone is raving about, and I've learned kind of the hard way because I always try to find a deal. I always try to save money where I can. And I've learned the hard way that when it comes to green products, you do get what you pay for. Um, when you cheap out, you get a cheaper product. Definitely in the green space, that's definitely a thing. So that's why I think a lot of green people make their own items a lot of the time. It's not that you can't make produce bags and you can't make beeswax wrap. I mean, you can make those things. You can even make dryer balls. But not all of us are super crafty. Not all of us have all the time in the world. So it's nice to be able to pay a very reasonable price. I mean, $11 a month is a great price for a subscription box, and be able to just slowly change out some of the items in your home for green alternatives. And that's been my favorite thing about Mighty Nest. So I hope this kind of helped you figure out if that's something you want to do. Something that they recently started doing is you can turn on a Fix Plus option. And what that does is it gives, every few months they might send you something that will cost you a little bit more than $11, but I think it's for sure going to be under 20 or 30. And they that way you get actually kind of a better item or a higher quality or item that would have cost more. So you can turn that on, and that opens up your world a little bit to get something a little bigger or better. And you're for sure getting it at least a 20% discount off the retail price. So that's something new they're doing, and I did sign up for that. I haven't received any Fix Plus items yet, but I'm excited to do that. And when I do, I'd love to update my review and kind of talk about the Fix Plus. But I've been super happy with all of my subscriptions from Mighty Fix so far. So I highly recommend you give it a try, especially for any of my $3 codes. Check out my blog post to get a code for $3 first fix. I mean, it's hard to beat even trying it for 1 month for $3 to try an eco-friendly product and see how you like it. Then after that first month, they go up to $11, which is still very reasonable. So I hope you found this helpful. Check out my blog at rockingthecloth.com if you want to learn more about Mighty Nest or any other green and eco-friendly home needs. Thanks. Have a great day.